Attention, please.
Welcome to the replay. I encourage you to share this breaking news with your followers, and remember to tap the screen to give hearts and encourage our dedicated news staff here at the Global Scope Center.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? We have got some breaking news here at the Global Scope Center, and that is with Twitter. Twitter has implemented a new thing called Go Live, where you're able to actually go live right from the Twitter app. So we're going to talk about that right now. I want to hear what you have to say. Hey, Cuddly Bear, Mr. Ray Z, good to see you. Thanks for coming in here. I know this is like all the news, isn't it, today around the internet and on Periscope. So lots and lots of chatter about this. So that's what's going on today. Twitter has implemented Go Live, which is going to stream directly from Twitter, kind of bypassing the need to put in the Periscope app. Tom, thanks for being here. Scott, looks like lots of folks. Danielle, thank you for coming in here. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it, you guys. This is big news. This really is big news for Periscope and for Twitter. And I kind of wonder what it means for the future of Periscope, because now we've got essentially the Periscope engine, which is integrated into Twitter. If you're just coming in now, hey, thank you. Hi, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Wonderful to see you guys. Let's check out a couple things here. Ariane, nice to see you. In fact, let me hit the follow button there. I'm going to turn that off. Yeah, it's rolling out right now. So here's the deal. Twitter just announced this morning. By the way, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for sharing. If you're new to me, my name's Carrie Shearer. I go by the Live Stream Expert, and I talk about all sorts of things with live streaming, Periscope, Facebook Live, and those types of things. And what Twitter is saying today is that live video is really the most immersive way to experience what is happening around us. And starting today, they're saying you can create and tweet live video directly from the Twitter app, powered by Periscope. So Periscope is the engine for this. All you do to go live is to compose a tweet is you tap the live button, and that brings you to the broadcast screen. And you can frame your shot, get ready to go. And if you noticed, if you've done any broadcasting on Periscope today at all, the start broadcast button in Periscope has changed. It's now the Go Live button. So because Periscope is owned by Twitter, they're integrating everything, of course, and now you don't have to have the Periscope app to be able to broadcast and go live on Twitter. It's now called the Go Live button, and they are rolling this out. Yeah, wow, right? It's really kind of not surprising, because a lot of folks are saying, you know, since Periscope is owned by Twitter and there's a lot of pressure from Facebook, and Twitter has not been doing well as far as growing its user base, that they need to compete. And now you're going to be able to go live right from Twitter without having the Periscope app. But you'll see when you do it that the Periscope app is really, or Periscope is really what's behind Twitter's Go Live. So let me see if there's anything else that they're saying here. The update is rolling out to everybody on iOS and Android today. I just checked my iPhone a few moments ago. It looks like I've had it. What happens to your followers that are different on each platform? That is a stinking good question. I'm looking for the answer right now. So for instance, when you go live on Periscope, your Periscope followers are notified. When you go live on Twitter, are they going to be notified? My guess is your Twitter notifications will go out. I mean, anybody who's following you on Twitter, but I'm not sure that's automatically going to notify your Periscope followers. It may. I just haven't seen that yet. Twitter's information was very, very brief on this, so we've got to see some of the background on it, but I wanted to get the information to you as quickly as possible. Let's go over here. I've got my iPad set up. Let's go over here to, whoops, it's almost there. It's almost there. There we go. There's the iPad. Let's take a peek at the iPad here. So here's my Twitter app within the iPad, and you'll see we hit the composed tweet up in the upper right-hand corner. There we go. What's happening? Now, if I hit the camera, I've got a live button right there. So we can go ahead and hit the live button, and I can go live on Twitter powered by Periscope. So that's what it's saying. When you watch a live video, others, okay, including people on Twitter and Periscope, can see that you're watching. Visit settings if you want to change this. So now this is the iPad app I'm showing you, but it's got the Go Live integration right in it there. Thanks for inviting followers, you guys. Thanks for being here. So that's an interesting thing with Twitter and with Periscope now. They're really conjoined, and you're going to be able to go live directly from the Twitter app, but of course it's using the Periscope engine. Now Forbes had an article just a little bit ago about it, and I'm looking to see what this says. Sarah Hayter, she is Periscope's chief of the head of engineering there, and she says this integration allows broadcasters to leverage Twitter's audience. Twitter is about real time, what's happening in the moment, and can you comment on Twitter like Periscope's? It looks like you can. It looks like you can. Sarah is saying that Twitter is about real time, what's happening in the moment. Live video creates experiences you can engage in and be a part of. And of course, they're trying to really move that over to the Twitter platform. So it's pretty simple. Again, let me go back to the iPad here so we can just see this. I just started up my Twitter feed, and so you'll see there's a photos button, there's a live button. When you push the live button, that's when it brings up this screen, and it says you can now go live to Twitter powered by Periscope, so it gives you some information. I'm going to go past that screen. Okay, got it. Would like to access the camera. So Twitter is accessing it, and you see what it brings up is very much the Periscope interface here. Actually, let me switch the camera just so it's looking at me, so it's not quite so weird. Okay, so it kind of brings up the Periscope interface here, and you see the Start Broadcast button is now a Go Live button. So that's what it's looking like, and you're able to now put your title in and then go ahead and hit the Go Live button. So that's what is happening today. It's rolling out. It sounds like it's a one-day rollout on this thing because they're saying that they're rolling it out today to everyone on Twitter for iOS and Android. Oh, I see, over the coming days. So you may or may not have it yet, but go check your Twitter app. You will see if there's a Go Live or there's not a Go Live in there for it. So I have a question for you guys. What do you think? Does this doom Periscope? Is this the end of Periscope? I mean, on one hand, why would Twitter want to continue supporting the Periscope app when you can just go to Twitter and go live? Or are there some things that really make it helpful? What are the advantages other than not having to have a Scope app? Well, I think that's the big advantage. It's just real easy when you're doing it. You've got it on Android. Okay, good. Yeah, it could be down. Yes, Steve, it could be down Periscope. I'm really interested in what you think about this. Follow TV Steve Harris, by the way. He's awesome. He's got a lot of tech and live stream knowledge. So great guy. Some have bigger followings in Twitter and others on Periscope. That's true. That's true. And I've noticed that between Facebook Live and Periscope too. There's a lot of folks who don't have a big Facebook Live audience, but they got a huge Periscope audience, so they tend to favor Periscope. And you've got it. Okay, Gomez World TV, you've got it. Not everybody on Twitter knows about Periscope. It's true. That is a very good point because now I just think we're going to start seeing a lot more video. We're going to start seeing a lot more live video on Twitter. This could really re-energize it. Way of generating income from either application. Right now, Periscope is not making money. Okay, you don't have it, Cuddly Bear, yet, but it's probably coming out. Make sure you update. You might have to force an update on the app. I did on my iPad today. But yeah, you're going to have to download probably the latest version of the Twitter app. So see if that's got it. My guess is this is a very fast rollout. You know, sometimes, well, like Facebook, they can take months to roll out new features, but Twitter's trying to do this in just a couple of days. So which platform should you focus on? It's a really good question. I think you think Periscope will be named Twitter Live, but stay a separate app. That could be. Hope Twitter can start advertising on how to broadcast to the world with Twitter Live. Yeah, it's interesting. Twitter is not doing real well as far as its growth. Its growth has been very stagnant. So maybe, what do you think? This is something that can kind of energize the growth of Twitter by now having the live stream app built into it. Go Live. So many now. You're already inconsistent. Yes, I have been inconsistent too, and it's tough. It's hard to know where to focus your energy and all of that. And I know a lot of people are struggling with that, particularly those of us who are entrepreneurs, who may be in business, may have a brick and mortar store, or just things we want to teach the world. Where do you put your limited energy? You've only got so much time. It's better than end of everything with Periscope. Yeah, I think it is great. It is great for Periscope and for Twitter. It should hopefully bring recognition to both of the platforms. Just looking back to the Forbes article here, it looks like everything is pretty much as you would expect it. Just like on Periscope, viewers of live video on Twitter can engage with the broadcaster through comments and hearts. So it's going to be exactly the same as far as engagement goes. Gomez World, Twitter needs to cater and market to the teeny boppers that are tweeting and going live. Yeah, that's what. Do we need more of that? I'm not sure. We may, but hopefully, a lot of the younger folks are on Snapchat and they're on Instagram. But hey, Instagram stories, Snapchat stories. Snapchat just rolled out new features too. They just announced new features, so it's interesting. I do love Periscope's recent emphasis on current issues and events. Just yesterday, I did a live streaming workshop to a local sheriff's department, which, by the way, they have like 20 people assigned to social media there. It is amazing. But I did a workshop for them about that and about how to use live streaming and Periscope in emergencies. And it's a perfect link, Twitter and Periscope, because Twitter is where people go for breaking news, right? If you hear something, there's a car chase, there's a fire, there's unfortunately a shooting or something like that, you go to find out what's going on. You go to Twitter for the real-time information, and so does the media. So our law enforcement and response agencies need to be there also with live updates so they can get a handle on the story. So they are out there positioning themselves as, hey, we're in charge, we've got the latest information, we're the ones to watch, be there. And Twitter and Periscope, they're the places to be in emergencies. So that is interesting. So Forbes says that the move should help Twitter compete with Facebook, which has been heavily promoting its live video tools. It'd be nice, if they shut down some illegal raves. Yeah, no kidding. Oh my gosh, amazing. Now we can pretend they have excuses to be on. There is no excuse to be on your phone while driving. Have I frozen here? It kind of looks like I've frozen on my cell phone. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm monitoring on my cell phone here, but broadcasting using OBS software. And like my cell phone is frozen. Not sure exactly what's going on there. Just went live on Twitter. What's the difference with Periscope? Well, you're using the Periscope app. Oh no, I'm glad it's fine there. For some reason, my cell phone that I'm monitoring on is just kind of frozen, but that's okay. So what is the difference? Apparently there really isn't a difference because you're using the Periscope engine, if you will, when you go live on Twitter. It happens when you go live on Twitter. So Forbes is saying that this should help Twitter compete with Facebook and leverage Twitter's audience and get a bigger audience and all of that. It says here in the Forbes article, for now, Twitter will continue to develop Periscope, the Periscope app. However, Forbes says it's unclear how long it will make sense for Twitter to maintain a standalone live video app in light of the integration. So that's kind of where I'm wondering if Periscope is in the future sometime going away and it's just going to be part of Twitter. Will have all of the same features, but it's called Twitter Live or Go Live. Instagram Live doesn't record videos. However, that's right, Instagram Live does not do that. Think it'll kill Periscope? Yeah, I'm really worried about that. I love Periscope. I mean, I started within a day or two of the time Periscope started. I started on Periscope. I know there's a lot of folks who've been on live streaming from the early days of Periscope, and it's an amazing platform. It's where they've built community and they've built audiences and they've sold products and services and all of that. If it keeps a separate follower list, then okay, yeah, because it's one thing to follow people for their live videos because you want what they're teaching. But it's another thing to get like all of their tweets, which just could be all over the board as to what the content is. Well, that's a really good perspective. Yeah. I think it could add a bigger audience to Periscope. It's true. You know, Twitter was hoping to sell for big bucks. I mean, they had Disney, they had a number of companies exploring the idea of buying them. And for some reason, everything just fell through. So none of that is happening right now. But this could allow them to build it up to sell again. You've got a more localized use of Twitter, yes, and Periscope is global, right. No, I totally agree with that. I mean, you can turn your location on, you can get a global audience right away. Yeah, Scope needs some help. Yeah. So maybe Twitter Go Live is going to give it some help. I'm not sure if it is or not. But anyway, just wanted to get out here with some of the news about this and see what you guys think, and watch some other scopes today and see what other people think, because it's really an interesting thing as to what Twitter is planning with all of this. Watching via Periscope, seems that Twitter Live announces to us here on Periscope. Good. Okay. Well, if it's doing that, that's great. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here, you guys. I really appreciate it. Tuning in for the breaking news here from the Global Scope Center. We will move on right now and see what others are saying about the new Go Live Twitter app, which is really Periscope, just right underneath that button, and see how people are using it. Oh, how do I connect to the TV behind me? Okay, you're off to Twitter. Thanks for coming in, Stephen. I appreciate it. How do you connect to the TV? So what I am doing right now is I've got a computer. It's actually an iMac. And there's an HDMI output on that. So the HDMI output is going into my video switcher, so I can actually pop it full screen here. But I have a splitter on that, and that allows it to also be split out and go to the monitor behind me. So that is how I'm doing that. I'm using OBS Studio, which is a free software on a computer, to connect my video switcher to the computer and then broadcast using Periscope Producer. It's kind of a little complicated setup, but it's fun. You will follow your favorite scopers on Twitter now. Yes, that's right. And I am using OBS, but I'm feeding it with a video switcher and regular cameras. I'm using Canon Vixia cameras at the moment. I've only got one connected right now, but I actually have up to 3 that I can use here. So that's the deal. I guess we're going to wrap up for now, but appreciate you guys being here. And again, that's kind of the thing. Twitter implementing Go Live for streams directly from Twitter. Very, very exciting. Where's my closing? Where's my closing? It's here somewhere. Anyway, going to wrap up for now. So thanks for being here. It has been absolutely great to have you on the Scope. You can check out my livestreamtechstore.com if you're looking for live stream accessories for Christmas. It's a great place to be. And here's where you can follow me on all these crazy different platforms. Facebook /Carrie Shearer Fan. I would love it if you could follow me there. Anyway, that's it for right now. We're going to just pop back here, and thank you for joining the broadcast. Twitter implementing Go Live for live streams directly from Twitter. It's kind of a groundbreaking thing, and I know people are talking about it all over the internet today, so I'm anxious to see what everybody is saying about it. Thanks again, you guys, for being here. It's been wonderful having you part of this Scope. You guys take care and have a great day.